Hey y'all, it's Lindsay. We are in the car, I hope you could tell, and I've got to run an errand while my husband is back home with the girls. So I have a chance to really think through a variety of thoughts and whatnot without answering questions or, considering other people's thoughts and ideas. So that's exciting. I have my electrolytes here. I got a new cup because I discovered that I was struggling to drink anything but coffee, and oftentimes it's due to the type of cup that I've got. So I decided to get a new cup and change it up a little bit. The only problem with it is that I don't have the adapter thingy to fit it down in my cup holder, but it is a-okay. The seal on the lid works beautifully. Okay, so as I was driving, I got to thinking about, some of the events of this past week, and some cool stuff has really happened here lately. Cool for me. I don't know if it's so cool for my friend, but a few weeks back, one of my friends that I'm part of a home group with, she approached me and asked, do you really think that diet could heal this thing or that thing or this whole variety of different ailments or diseases and things of that nature? And I said, well, I don't know if it can heal that because I'm not a medical practitioner, but I do firmly believe that our diet can have a tremendous impact on our health, and it can alleviate a boatload of symptoms that we're having when we are struggling in life. And one of these things she was talking about had to do with an inflammatory disease. So I told her, yeah, I think that a change in diet can be very helpful. And she and I have talked about this in the past. She's had a whole host of issues that she has lived with. We've lived out our sugar-free, low-carb way of eating for the entire time that these friends have known us. We've been doing it for, more than 6 years at this point. So we've definitely got this down pretty solid. And we've shared it with them. We've shared it with the rest of our home group members because they ask, not because we want to evangelize people, so to speak. But we go through and, we eat the way we eat. People ask questions, we answer the questions, and we all move on with our lives. Oftentimes people will tell us, oh, I could never cut out sugar. Oh, I could never give up this thing. Oh, I could never not eat rice. I could never not eat pasta. How do you even eat anything? Which I just think it kind of saddens my heart, because that's what standard American diet culture tells us is what we fill our plates with. We fill our plates with pasta and a tiny bit of sauce and chicken. We fill our plates with rice and call it healthy. And I'm just like, I'm not going to sit here and tell people what they're doing, that you're doing it wrong. But if they ask me the questions, I'm going to say, this is what I'm doing, and this is the experience I've had doing it. And I think that's valuable, especially whenever you share your experience without condemning others and without saying this is the end all be all, I have the answers. I don't ever want to be that to anybody. I don't have the answers. I just have done a lot of trial and error on my own person, and it's, I figured out what works well for me, basically. So she and I are talking about this, can your diet heal you? And I tell her I don't know. But I did say, I have a book I need you to read. And she's a voracious reader, so it was going to be a super fast, easy thing for her to do. So I gave her the book Any Way You Can by Dr. Boz. How many of you guessed that? And she read it in just a few hours. She came back and she said, okay, but how? How do you only stay under 20 carbs per day? I said, practice. And she was like, okay, after we get back from this vacation, we're going to do this thing. And I was like, okay, awesome. I'm here to support you. Now, I didn't go home and think like, okay, I need to control her. I need to control her life. I need to control how she eats. I need to manage it for her. Instead, I sat there and thought, how does she live her life? She's a busy mom. She's got a lot of kids. She stays at home, but her husband works, a job that requires a lot of input and participation from her as well. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to encourage her in a way that she can receive, rather than telling her a whole list of black and white do's and don'ts. You can find those black and white do and don't lists all over the internet. You don't have to search for those. But what those black and white do not do lists lack is relationship. Like, I know my friend. I know what she does on a daily basis. I know how her life presents itself and what her capacity is, because she's shown me over the past almost 3 years now. And that's something that the internet will never be able to give her. That's something that the internet will never be able to give any of us. But it's very encouraging whenever you live out this lifestyle for so long in front of people and you're just steadfast and you just continue to carry your own personal torch for your own health and really just walk it out. Even when someone else says that's disgusting. Whenever you say, oh yeah, I love to eat cabbage and eggs. Or when someone says, yeah, but I bet it doesn't taste very good. You're like, well, okay, cool. I don't know. It's just one of those things where if you are steadfast regardless of what others say, think, do, feel, share with you, etc., you will have an impact on someone in your life. You will. And it's so cool to see it. And I get the opportunity to sort of walk alongside her and support her and encourage her. And she can text me really quickly and say, hey, I'm feeling this way. And I can say, go put a stick of butter in your face. Or I can tell her, listen, I've got this dessert at home that I've made. I'm going to swing by your house and give you some of this just to get you through. I'm not exactly sure where I was going with this whole conversation, to be honest. It has, just kind of been a little bit of a stream of consciousness chat situation. I have just been greatly encouraged to continue to support the people I am in community with in real life and encourage them that this way of eating, it may seem like an uphill battle and an uphill climb at first, but when you finally find your rhythm, it's really cool. You can just like get going without second guessing yourself or without overthinking it, or almost as if it's a second nature. And I don't know, it was just a really cool thing to be able to support her in that and continue to support her. I don't know. I just thought I would share that little story with you. It was encouraging to me. And I've said that 1,000 times now, so be blessed by that. Anyway, all right, I'm going to let y'all go. I really appreciate you hanging with me while I sort of talked through my thoughts, and I hope to see you in my next video.